Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today we have two new drops from MVP and Axiom. We have the Total Eclipse Crave. Mine is in 172 grams. I'm hoping that this is a little bit more neutral run of Eclipse Crave because I love throwing the Crave in the Eclipse plastic, but they've never necessarily been true to the flight numbers. This one feels particularly good. It has very smooth edges, even more so than some of my other Craves. It just feels really nice in the hand. And I'm hoping for that nice neutral flight that we get from the Neutron Crave. Now we also have the new Eclipse Defy. The Defy is my #1 pick for MVP's most underrated distance driver. This is a disc I'm shocked that more of the MVP pros are not throwing. The Defy is an absolute beauty of a distance driver. It's something I feel like I can really rely on. Let's give them a couple of throws. We also have one bonus disc. We've got the Eclipse Insanity with the swirly rim. So let's throw the Insanity first, one warm-up shot, and then we'll see how these new drivers are flying. Wow, that is a very stable run of Insanity. We are throwing into a pretty strong tailwind. Hopefully this Crave is more straight than the Insanity. That thing was really stable. This is the new Total Eclipse Crave. Really cool artwork on this thing. Oh yeah, okay. That's going to be a really nice flyer. Even in that really stiff tailwind, getting a nice forward push before the fade at the end of the flight. Now let's see the Defy here. Not quite a pop top and not quite board flat, just in that good range. Flying very true to those flight numbers. Let's go grab them and we'll throw them back into the headwind. The new particle proton Insanities, the silver ones, were really understable. This thing had a nice, stable flight to it. This might be the most stable Insanity I've ever thrown. All right, we have a few miles an hour of headwind coming in. Let's start off with the Insanity, then we'll throw the Crave, and then the Defy. Most Insanities cannot be thrown into a headwind. Let's see how this one does. That is a very stable Insanity, like extremely stable. Wow, that is impressive. All right, Crave. Let's see if she'll go straight. Oh, that is so good. That right there is what we want. We want a Crave that we can throw in the glow plastic that is not wildly overstable. That is the money run right there. Feels very good in the hand, had a nice neutral flight, but still reliable stability at the end. More reliable than the Neutron, but not as wildly overstable as most of the Eclipse Craves. All right, Defy, headwind. Very true to the flight numbers. Very stable run of Defy. I think I prefer the domier Defies. Usually those are only gonna be the patent pending runs that have more dome or pop top to them. That isn't a bad run, but I will say that I do prefer the domey ones a little better. They're going to get you a little more carry, a little bit more hold early in the flight, and again, overall a little bit more distance. All right, I'm absolutely pumped on this new run of Crave. The Crave has been run in every single plastic that MVP has to offer. The Cosmic Neutron, very overstable. Not quite exactly true to the flight numbers, definitely a bit more stable than the flight numbers would indicate. And then the Neutrons are probably a little bit more understable than the flight numbers would suggest. But this new Total Eclipse Crave, just perfect neutral flight. I can trust it, throw it hard, baby turn, baby fade. At least at my arm speed, around 60 miles an hour, that is going to be the perfect Crave for me. I went through a phase where I was bagging like 3 or 4 Craves for all different types of flights. But if I were still bagging a bunch of Craves, I could take about 2 or 3 of them out and just bag that one. We're gonna give everything one last throw back into this tailwind. Super impressed by the new run of Crave. The Crave has shown that it can fly many different ways. This is the way that I like the Crave to fly, true to the flight numbers, a true do-it-all point and shoot, slower fairway driver, something you can throw hard, count on, to give you that super straight but controlled flight. This is the run that's flying perfect at my arm speed, And I think a lot of you guys throw similar speed to me. Some of you a little more, some of you a little less, but probably most of you pretty similar, somewhere in that 56 to 62 range. This is gonna fly nice and straight for you. This is exactly the Crave that you're going to want to put into your bag, and you can also play glow with it, so that's really cool. The Defy, not quite my taste as far as the Defy goes. I like the ones with a pop top on them. I have two Proton patent pending ones that have far more dome. I like the feel and flight better, especially for backhand, for distance drivers with a little bit more dome. So I would really like to see MVP push to find a way to put some more dome into their distance driver lineup. It's something that they are eventually going to need to address. These aren't bad, and it's not like board flat or anything. But as far as the Defy goes, I like them a little bit domier. It's actually something that has been in my main bag in and out for a long time. If I was to bag the Defy, this one's pretty good, but it's not quite as good as the older domey ones. But man, this Insanity, what a beauty. This is a stable Insanity, but if you love the Insanity for its understable nature, probably not the Insanity for you. But if you love the Insanity and you want something more stable, but that same feel in hand, then I would highly recommend the new Eclipse Glow one. Let's give everything one last throw. We're just gonna rip them into this tailwind. I'm gonna try and give them a little bit more turn. I think the tailwind should help them fight out. Yeah, that's gonna be just fine. You can see that tailwind just kind of throwing it down into the left. Tailwind is gonna make all of these discs fly a bit more stable than they would in otherwise calm conditions. Insanity, a little forced turn. That is quite a stable run of Insanity. I like that run much more than the Silver run. The Silver run was way too understable for me. The Particle Proton is a bit too soft, and it wasn't flat like that one. It was almost like puddle top, a little bit saggy from the soft plastic. That one is far better than the Silver run, in my opinion. Then the Defy, no, I can trust this. Let's try and, I'm still working on my flex game, so bear with me, but I'm gonna try and flex it a bit. That's pretty good. It's just so stable, it's gonna dive to the left so hard. Great new releases from MVP. Let me know what you think about these discs in the comments down below. I would highly recommend the Crave. In my opinion, that is the all-star of today's video. Save 10%, use my link in the description below. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video, and take care.